Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for Ronald. Thank you so much for that. For those interesting requests in any type of videos, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour or full playthrough, review, re-review, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And Ronald wanted me to react to a list he made of his top 10 favorite David Bowie songs. Now, David Bowie, I do like as an artist. Like any artist, doesn't mean I love every song they've done, but I think the guy had a good voice, had some good melody amongst many of his songs. And I would say my first experience with David Bowie was in the film Labyrinth. Now, you gotta understand, as a kid, watched that quite a few times because of the Muppet type of, the puppetry involved, and I thought the songs were very catchy. Jump, magic, jump, magic, jump, magic, jump, magic. So Magic Dance and all those songs of Labyrinth really caught the attention of quite a few kids, including myself, and I think it's one of the better parts of that movie. So I don't know if I'm alone in which their first experience, their first introduction to David Bowie was in Labyrinth, but it was for me. So sadly none of those songs are on here, but if I made a list, some of those songs would have to be on my list. I think that the main thing, you remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe with the power. What power? The power of hoodoo, voodoo, you do what? Remind me of the babe. What kind of magic spell to use? Even to this day, that's still stuck in my head. At least those vivid memories of seeing that, hearing that when I was a kid. So, but of course, then throughout the years, I knew more about David Bowie, and of the songs he has here for his list, honorable mention: Ziggy Stardust, 1972. Never really got into the Ziggy Stardust phase. I'm not saying I don't like any of the songs he did during that, but that phase was beyond my years, and I mean, to be honest, a lot of classic songs were beyond my years, so that doesn't mean anything, but you know, they're not my favorites of his, but I can respect what he did. To go through them quickly, his 10, number 10, Shining Star. Number 9, Here Comes the Night. Number 8, Rebel Rebel. Number 7, Ashes to Ashes. Number 6, China Girl. Number 5, Time Will Crawl. Number 4, Heroes. Number 3, Fame. Number 2, Criminal World. And number 1, Young Americans. Of these songs, Rebel Rebel, I definitely have heard that quite a few times. Rebel Rebel, her face is a mess. Rebel Rebel, how could they know? It has a very nice beat to it, and I think it could be very catchy. China Girl, I was surprised for whatever dumb reason that song didn't get canceled somehow, some way. Just, you know, with how stupid things, the dumbest things did get canceled. Just because of the title alone, but he loves his Chinese girls. Yeah, I like Asian girls too, so I know how it goes. But yeah, I don't mind it as get another nice beat to it. Of the 10 he picked, the 2 that caught my eye the most was Heroes and Fame. I would say of this list, Heroes would be my favorite. Now, granted, I actually prefer, maybe because of nostalgia, the version, I want to say it's the Wallflowers, the Godzilla soundtrack from 1998. 1998 had this song, which obviously was an ode to this song by David Bowie. But each time I hear the song, I always think of the Godzilla 1998 version. I wish I could swim like dolphins. Dolphins could swim. We could beat them together forever and ever. We could be heroes just for one day. I know that may be sacrilege that people say, how do you like that more than the David Bowie? David Bowie, I do like his version, but I'm just so much more used to the version in Godzilla. I liked that movie. I liked that soundtrack. Puff Daddy is a piece of shit. I do like that song, Come With Me, although now there's probably a lot of things coming for him and on him, especially with a lot of baby oil. But I do like that song. But Heroes is a good one. Just I like the lyrics. I like the rhythm of it. And Fame, I've heard that in many movies and stuff. Fame makes a man think things over. Fame. And if you know me, if you know how I do music, I don't do nearly that good of a job talking about music because I don't know how to talk about the details of music. Because I never played an instrument, I never studied music, I don't know anything of the art form. So the best you get out of me is I say I liked it or I say I don't. Because otherwise I'd be just rambling and mumbling about trying to sound smart about music when I'm not. That'd be bullshitting the viewer. Criminal World I thought was okay. Shining Star, I wasn't big on it. Here Comes the Night, Time Will Crawl was kind of there. Young Americans was fine. Some of the ones that would be on my list, again, I'm surprised. It's different perspective, different taste. Like for me, again, some of the songs from Labyrinth would be on there. Under Pressure that he did with Queen, I think that's one of the better songs. Changes. Changes. One of my favorites, Space Oddity. Ground control to Major Tom. I'm rolling out the door. Which, of course, they had a version of that for, what was that, Lightyear movie that came out and no one saw. Remember that? They did a Lightyear movie that was like a what do you even call it? Was it a prequel, but not really? I guess it's supposed to be like... I don't even know what the fuck that was supposed to be honest. I never saw the film. Whoop-de-fucking-do. But yeah, all the rest of it I do like for what it is, and I think, meaning the Heroes, Fame, China Girl, Rebel Rebel, other ones I overall liked. The others, just were not for me, or just kind of okay. But yeah, Space Oddity, Changes, Under Pressure, Magic Dance, those would be some of the ones that would be on my list, if I made one. Even Golden Years, I like that. Golden Years, Golden Years. Because that one just has kind of a unique sound to it compared to other David Bowie ones, but I do like the uniqueness of it. And yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I know that was pretty quick, but I don't want to just repeat the same thing over and over again and get people bored and tired. That I'm sure they already are. But David Bowie didn't really have anybody say bad things. Never heard anybody say bad things about him. Very talented guy. And as I'm stuttering, when did he actually pass away? 2016. That's crazy. It's been almost 10 years since he passed away. Starman, I like that song. Starman would be on my list. Starman, da 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 da. Starman would actually be in my top 5 favorite David Bowie songs. So yes, and that was part of Ziggy Stardust. So there you go. See, I didn't even remember what era that was. I just remember maybe the hint of the song, but much more knowledge of that, not really. But yeah, Starman, Space Oddity, Under Pressure, Magic Dance, even Let's Dance, do 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 do, put on do do do, dun 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 dun, ba dun dun dun, Let's Dance. I do like that. I always forget he did that one in Cat People, which I wasn't a fan. Like, but I'm not a fan of that movie either, to be honest. I remember not minding the song he did with Mick Jagger. I thought that was a decent one. Like, if I'm looking at this list here, Magic Dance would be number 1. That's definitely the most nostalgic. Starman would be number 2. Space Odyssey would be number 3. Number 4, Under Pressure. That's hard to pick and choose. As the World Falls Down from Labyrinth, I remember liking that one. Let's Dance would be my top 10. Changes would be my top 10. Maybe Heroes in Fame. Maybe those. There might be some that I can't think of right now. I go, oh yeah, that one, of course. I forget about that. I might switch one of them and put Golden Years in there. Like I said before, that one is kind of an interesting tone to it. So it was nice though to remember David Bowie thanks to this request. Because like I said, I didn't realize it had been almost 10 years since he passed away. And it's a shame. You know, it's a shame. He's greatly missed. And it's one of those things where I looked at the music today and there's nobody close to a David Bowie or Michael Jackson or any of these people. Unless you want to talk about fake, terrible, tepid wannabes. But, you know, that's the music of today. Maybe that's why I'm stuttering so damn much in this video. Because I'm like, my mouth doesn't even want to say the words. They're coming out of my mouth. So that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.